Right, as you can sense, this is the serious end of the evening. One or two people up here know their opponents. Grudge is a word being thrown around, and who knows? There've been some spicy press conferences over the last 30 odd years in boxing. Mike Tyson taking a lump out of Lennox Lewis's leg one day in the basement of Madison Square Garden about 25 years ago. I was there that night, and we went downstairs, and Lennox took his kecks off, and he didn't tell us he was commando. That's a true story. He took his kecks off in front of us to show us the bite that Tyson had stuck on his thigh, and he was standing there in all his glory pointing at it, the bite. That's a true story, yeah, Lennox. But another thing, some of those Derek Chisora, David Hay things, you know, when they were both in the cage, I particularly liked that. I thought it was entertaining. So we've got the men lined up here. We've got 3 men fighting 3 other men. The men on my left are fighting the men on my right. I'm going to start on the outside and work my way in because it might work best that way. Chris.
Hello,
what sort of injury? Thanks for coming along, mate, and thanks for being so patient. You've been down the front applauding all the way through. Chris, what sort of injury was it?
It was I broke my septum sparring and had a blood clot behind it. So
that's serious.
Stay in hospital
and how long have you been out? How long were you out with that?
Training a month, sparring 2 months. And then edged it back in to see if it was going to go again, but it's sound.
And the doctors are giving you an all clear?
Yeah, I got it all clear pretty quick. It healed up well after having the clot drained and whatnot. And then managed to squeeze in a title fight before this one as well. So coming off the back of a...
So back properly?
Yeah, back fully.
Injured boxers, nothing wrong with that at all. Zach, down the end, how are you?
I'm good, you?
Yeah, absolutely fantastic, Zach. Do you know much about Chris?
I don't. I know he's coming off the back of a win, and the back of a win of his title fight that he's just had.
Yeah.
But apart from that, not really much at all. I know he's a bit further south than I am. I'm from Croydon. He's from down the coast, I think. Is that right, Chris?
Northampton, a bit more north.
Northampton. Oh, the other way.
What, Northampton in the Midlands? I'm banned from Northampton. No, I am.
I think I might be some places.
If you Google it, I'm banned from Northampton. No, it's fucking true. I'm sorry for swearing. I'm banned from a city. No, the Radio Northampton officially told me I was banned. I got death threats in Northampton on their site. And it's in, you think someone here Google it for God's sake. There was a problem with my son playing rugby and there was an altercation and it made all the national press. One of the rugby players from Northampton School for Boys spat at my wife. Yeah, spat at my wife.
Yeah, I'd be
spat at my wife. That'd be right, won't it? Can you imagine getting out the ring and someone spitting at your wife's feet? That was bad. So I got in trouble. I talked about it and I got in trouble. So I'm actually banned from Northampton. But you people are the nicest people I've ever met from Northampton because the others, bastards, they are. Unbelievable. Whew, it's thrown me. That's brought back all terrible memories. Zach, what made you get into boxing? What made you walk out from wherever you were and said, you know what, I fancy getting it on the chin?
So what it was, one of my mates who's fought for Danny for a very long time, his name's Danny Anderson, he got me into it. And I started off with the white collar scene and with the head guard, 16-ounce gloves. I was intentionally only supposed to do the one. That's all I ever wanted to do. And then after that, I just got the buzz for it and I couldn't stop.
It's that buzz, it's that adrenaline. We've heard about that all night long on this top table, saving people and giving them that buzz and that adrenaline. Big Sam, look at that belt in front of you. The Big Sam's got the belt. How many have you had now, Sam? How many bouts?
I've had 3 bouts.
I've seen one of them. I missed the other one. You got the belt. So you're going into the ring, Clapham Grand, as the defending champion? Yeah? I'm going to talk to Michael in a moment, but what has Michael got to do to take that belt from you on November the 17th?
So it's going to be hard. He's going to have to knock me out. Like, yeah. Talking shit, you're not going to knock out shit.
Mike, have you definitely got a belt as well?
I'll smack that beard off ya.
I'll stand there, ask him.
I'll smack that ginger beard off ya.
So Michael's come here today thinking it's for his
on
belt.
my side.
Yeah, hey, Dan, so whose belt we fighting for? Mine or his? Because there you go.
It's on my side though.
There you go. He's beltless, yeah?
So
I'll give him a belt.
It's on my side.
So Mike, let me get this right. let me get this right. Sam's been sitting down in front of that belt. I've been praising him through the roof, and all the time it's your belt.
It is my belt. It's my belt. It's my belt.
He's a fraud.
Well,
There's a
Mike,
You're gonna
fraud.
get knocked out.
Sam, if I could just get a second, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Big Sam.
Go
What's
on.
Big Sam got to do to actually get his hands on that belt? And
I've
call
already
his
got
own?
it.
He needs to
I've
buy
already
a
got
new
it.
one because he's not taking my one.
So the only way he gets it is by buying one.
I've already got
If he
it.
can buy one off that,
I've already got it.
Listen, if it's mine, it's staying mine. I'm telling you.
I mean,
I've already got it, haven't I? So
well,
rude.
you've got it in front of you.
He's keeping it warm
so
for me, innit?
without Colleen Rooney here to solve things, as she seems to be good at solving things, how have you managed to get his belt, which he says, I mean, that's just straightforward. If I went in the Kazi wearing this coat and you came out wearing my coat, that would be theft. How have you managed to get his belt?
They know the rightful champion, that's all.
It
Mike,
doesn't
seriously.
matter whose belt it is. It doesn't matter because once I beat Chris in November.
Shut up talking that rubbish,
once I
bruv.
beat
Shut
Chris
up
in
talking
November,
all that rubbish.
I'm going to fight one of these in March and it's going to be my belt. So it doesn't matter whose belt it is. It's going to be mine.
Bruv, you got a glass jaw. You're not touching shit.
We're gonna unify the belts in March, as it is November the 17th. It's fucking.
You'll still be laying down from November, mate.
What I'm saying is, I'll deal with him on the 17th.
You won't deal with
Have a little
shit.
break and then deal with him on the 17th.
Well,
You're
you
gonna
might
get
have to
knocked
deal with him
out
on
in the
7th.
second
Might be
round.
Chris on the 17th.
He knows what time it is anyway.
Mad
Right.
time.
Yeah?
I think.
Talking all that shit. You're gonna get knocked out.
No, listen. I hear what I'm saying. I'm undefeated.
You're gonna be hitting the
I'm
canvas.
undefeated.
Yeah, but
listen.
you've been fighting nobodies. You've been fighting nobodies.
And you're going to be one of them nobodies.
But you've not
And
fought no one with my
You're going
movement.
to be one of them nobodies.
Yeah, I'm going to be one of them nobodies that
Everybody-
knock you
listen,
out. I'm going
everybody's
to
a
knock you
nobody
out.
once I get my
I'm
hands
going to
on it,
knock
bro.
you out. I'm going to smack the
After
beard off
wife,
you.
I'm
I'm going to
telling
smack
you,
that beard
I'ma
off you.
deal with you.
You've got nothing.
I'ma deal with
You've
this
got no
stuff.
power, no speed, no movement. You've got nothing.
And I'm
You've
still
got
undefeated.
nothing. I'm going to
still
smash the
undefeated.
face off you.
I'm gonna 100%
You've got
fight
absolutely
you.
nothing.
Listen,
Like,
I've
what you
never
gonna
lost
do?
on the road.
You've got nothing. You've got no
Never lost
power,
on the
no
street.
speed. What?
I've never lost in the ring.
Never lost.
You've got no power, no
I'm
speed.
not
You're
trying
going to
to
get
lose.
knocked out.
Understand?
You're going to get knocked out.
I'm never going to
Steve,
lose.
can I just...
You are going to lose.
sorry
You're
for
going
him.
to lose on November
I was gonna
17th.
come up here just
Sam.
say-
You're going
One
to
second,
lose on
Mike.
November 17th.
Just,
You're going to get knocked out.
Shh, guys, just for a second. Just
You're going to
interject.
get knocked out.
Just 1 second, Big Sam.
But before we sat you all down, the grudge match was the fellas either side of me and Steve. What the fuck has happened here?
I don't even have to say anything.
That's the come. Right, you know, and I might just park for a second. I might just park the Big Sam and the Mike thing for a second. And I've got to tell you, if I'm on this table, the man who I'm getting, if I was on this table, I'd be getting annoyed if I was Chris down the end, who seems to have been overlooked by everybody. By the way, he's got to fight Zach. Zach's already won the title in March by knocking out one of you two. For
Everyone can
someone
dream,
might-
man.
might-
Shit.
might not own. So
He might have fought nobodies, but I'm the next somebody. See you later.
that's not bad.
You ain't fighting
Whoa,
nobody.
a
You're going to
dramatic
get
exit.
knocked out. You're going to get knocked out, Zach, mate.
I see a
After you
runner.
knocked out, you got a
I
glass
didn't hear
jaw.
what he said, but it don't even matter.
No,
You got a glass jaw, Zach.
Zach's made a point. So now we're going to move. Now we're going to move to a fight that's a grudge match. I know that sounds like a joke after what we've just had, but in this fight, it's a grudge match. I've got Louis on my left and I've got Lawrence on my right. Now I'm going to ask the pair of you to do. If Louis could tell me why it's a grudge match, stop, take a breather. Then you can tell me why it's a grudge match, stop, take a breather, and then all five of you can pile in with loads of bollocks. But first of all, if you don't mind me saying so, we'll do it normal. Louis, why is it a grudge match?
Taking all that, yeah, Lawrence, let's make sure your last one or 2 rounds, like your last fight is serious.
Hit the mic.
So give all them tickets you're gonna sell, yeah, make your fans got something to watch here. Don't stop again. 2 rounds. Nah, come on, bro.
All right,
Give me something.
All right, Louis, that's not bad. So he said you've got to last 2 rounds. All your fans have come. You got to help them out. Your version, your version of
And that's
events.
where he's already gone wrong, because he's overlooking me. Bring the same energy that you got now.
This is my after party, man. Get my beer out. It's my after party, bro.
I'll do my talking in the ring.
Party, bro. Get the champagne out. My after party.
Huh?
This is my after party. Get the champagne.
All right, cool. That's what I'm saying.
After that, yeah, I'll have spin of these sort as well. How about that?
Huh?
Stop. It's quick turn.
So, Lawrence, you say he's overlooking you, but did he overlook you in the first fight? Or did you get it wrong in the first fight? You got it.
I got it wrong in the first fight.
Correct the first fight. His go now, then your go. Go on, Lawrence.
Train like I didn't do last time.
Louis, he says.
Let's hope you're
he
training
says
this
in the
time.
first fight. Louis, he says in the first fight he didn't train.
Every fight you've had, you've struggled.
Bro, I've won.
Big
Have you
time.
won? Have you won yet? You got better L's,
Big
man.
time.
Better L's. Have you
Big-
won yet?
big time.
Talk to me when you won. You
Big
shouldn't even
time.
deserve this fight yet. You ain't even won yet.
And I've run through my guys like nobodies.
Michael, you still here? It's a
that?
delight to have you still.
What are you talking shit for?
Saying this guy wants beans with them waffles, man. I want to smack them titties off him.
Damn! You're gonna get knocked the fuck out. Them big ears, bruv. I'm gonna knock
Big
the
ears.
shit
Listen,
out of you.
everything on mine's big. Everything. It's
Yeah?
all big.
Yeah?
It's all big.
Sweet, you're gonna get knocked the fuck
Trust me,
out
you're gonna
though.
get these iron balls.
You're getting knocked the fuck out.
Saying to you.
I think we can agree. I think we can agree. After the 10-year-olds at the start of the night and some unbelievable stories all along, we saved the best for last, because this mob here are a particularly, and I mean this in the nicest way, a particularly unpleasant bunch of bastards. And I can sense it. I can sense what Chris is thinking down the end. I know what Michael's thinking. I can see exactly what Lawrence is
Michael.
doing. I know what Louis is trying. Big Sam's straightforward.
As you said,
And
Louis
Jack has
trying.
left the building. I know what he means as well. I tell you what,
Pussy.
Luke, let's get a round of applause for all of the ones up here and all the ones down there.
My belt. My belt.
My belt, he says. Go on, Vern. Close the proceedings, baby.
Do you know, I don't know about you people, but I'm sensing a prize fighter here. I'm feeling a prize fighter come in March. All of these big talkers, one calling him about his titties, the other one saying he's got a ginger beard and all this shit that's going around. Danny, wherever you are, mate, in March, a prize fighter. Let's see where their bollocks are. All of them put £50 into the pot.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Make it £100. Let's do it.
Oh,
Make it £100.
whoa. The geezer up there that buys his bras in Marks and Spencer's, he reckons he wants to put £100 in the pot. Are you up for that?
I'm gonna win it. I'm
Are
gonna
you
win
up for
it.
that? Oh, here we go. Hang on.
I put 300. 300.
Everything about
£300 win.
Everything.
We are going
Why are you
all in,
putting
ladies and
£200?
gents.
I'm gonna knock you out.
So,
You're not
Stop
gonna win
right there.
fuck all.
let's call it. We've worked it out. Dan, this is sorted. They're all going to put £200 in the pot. He's now shit himself because that's about 3 weeks' dole money. You've got to stop having those silly haircuts for that sort of money. We're all going to put a couple of £100 in the pot. We're going to have a prize fighter for the lot of you. Louis Gome's thinking, what the fuck have I got into here? Only popped out for a pint of milk. That's where we're going to go with it. Ladies and gentlemen, you lot have been brilliant to these guys. You've all been brilliant. The legend that really is Mr. Steve Bunce. I love him to bits. He's brilliant, yeah. Makes my life brilliant.
Right, head to head.
Head to heads, then the interviews.